out on the beach? What?
That's not true!
Oh, no! Oh, no!
We never leave each other. Nothing separates us.
Are we there yet? You said 5 minutes. Technically, it's been more than 5 minutes.
Let's just all start slowing down. Wow, do you believe I found this online?
I guess it's not that secret a beach.
Whoa! Who would leave this? From the hotel! They're so rusted!
What's happening?
Found stuff from the hotel in the sand.
Ready or not, here we come! What happened to her, Mom?
I don't know.
What happened to her?
The body has decomposed.
How quickly can that happen?
7 years.
But she just died.
Wait, where are the kids?
Trent!
Kara!
Come here!
Hey, have you seen my children?
Mom? I'm right here.
Dad, why are you looking at me like that? What's happening to us?
My daughter just turned 6 2 weeks ago.
Mom?
Whatever's happening to us is happening very fast.
You have wrinkles. There's something wrong with this beach.
What's happening?
Mom! 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 I'm scared! We have to get off this beach!
People are blacking out going this way.
If she makes it to the ledge, she might have a chance.
Why is she stopping?
Why's she stopping? Kara, wake up! Wake up!
They had to know what this place does.
I don't know! You're lying!
Look!
What is that?
A message.
We never leave each other. Nothing separates us.
We're connected to something bigger.
Oh no. We're here for a reason.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to the latest Articulate Warbling video cast, which keeps throwing me because I go to say podcast. So on this little mini review, we are going to review Old.
Not that type of old. Well, it kind of is.
So, as always, a synopsis. A thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discover that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day.
And this is adapted by M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan is notorious for his twists, his turns, and for having a CV of fairly bad to atrocious movies. Some of those atrocious movies I like personally. The Village, Lady in the Water, even Glass, the much derided prequel to his Unbreakable trilogy. Now this is probably your first M. Night Shyamalan film. This is probably your first M. Night Shyamalan movie. Shyamalan.
I think it is.
And this probably will not instill in you a sense of, I've got to watch this guy's film. So, issue being, the film is utter shite.
If they had made this like a comedy thriller or a comedy horror like they did Happy Death Day, this film would probably be good if there were more comedy elements to it.
Exactly.
Because
if it leaned more into that hokum sensibility.
Yeah. Because when that woman was like trying to get through the cave and then she twisted all her limbs up like,
Best part of the film.
A bit of a Final Destination type situation, that was hilarious. We were the only ones laughing.
Yeah. It's a cool concept. The notion is you age 7 months every hour, isn't it?
No, it's more than that. Isn't it 3 years every hour? 3 years every 30 minutes.
No, not that quick, because I would have aged much. Anyway, there's disparities in this movie because everyone ages differently, of course, in life, but there's disparities. If you want to make a movie that, you want to make evident the world that you contain within, and there's certain rules, you establish them. They don't establish them. This film works off of the aegis of don't act, just scream it. And don't add nuances or subtleties, just go by the script. It's what you call a Greek chorus. Everything is shouted at you, but not performed. The lead performers, who are meant to be husband or wife for a prolonged period, feel like they met each other 5 seconds before the camera started rolling. Also, these people of whom English isn't their first language, it's evidential. But the actress I had most issue with was Vicky Krieps. I've seen Vicky Krieps in Hollywood movies before, and she can speak very good English. So it's obviously the issue of the script. Her heart wasn't in it. This movie was composed and made during the whole COVID period. This is one of the most rushed affairs I've seen. M. Night Shyamalan struck a deal with Universal. He got a graphic novel called Sandcastle. What the issue for me is, M. Night Shyamalan struggles when it's not material sourced from his imagination. Every time he's adapting something of someone else's idea, let's take Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's not his product. It's not birthed from his actually Hitchcockian, weird indie sensibility mind. When he did After Earth, the movie that was a weird ecological, product for Will Smith to push out his son Jaden Smith to become famous and a household name, much like his daddy, a product just to push his son out there, who is a household name, but for all the wrong reasons because of that. When M. Night is working with material that isn't his own, he struggles. He really struggles. But I could see the parameters and the framework. This was made extremely quickly, relatively cheaply, and it shows it in all forms. Script, direction, the look. And because it's a movie centred in one location, he kind of goes, I'm going to do so many amazing things with the camera within the first 10 minutes. And then the rest of the movie, it's like, oh shit, I dumped my hand too early. You can see M. Night wants to infuse his filmic sensibilities, but he struggles because the script is abhorrent. Ugh, you want to continue from this?
I'm just sitting there trying to do the maths. It's definitely more than 7 months now.
She was doing the maths and I was warbling about M. Night. And you can't come away from it as having never experienced an M. Night Shyamalan movie. You can't say, oh, I understand, No. You're just coming at this like, this movie's just downright dross.
Yeah, it was. The thing is, for me, I was expecting a thriller to which there were going to be some, not jump scares, but some jumpy moments, which I'm all for. I do like a good thriller. I like the idea of the kind of more psychological element of it, so I'm like, okay, this could be good. But we go in and I think the thing is you have the one family that I probably could have got down with. I probably could have enjoyed it more if it was just the one family. But then you had all these other characters that were just annoying. And
their characters are so stereotypical, it's played to the 9th degree.
Yeah.
And it's so messy and haphazard and incoherent. And a very established film critic called Peter Bradshaw, who's written for The Guardian for years, gave this 5 stars. Now, I am of the opinion that this man, of whom has come from the Cannes Film Festival, is still a little bit drunk, or he has missed this type of calibre of film, having not experienced it. All of us haven't experienced movies in a long time of a certain calibre. And I think what he's doing is he's painting a turd brighter than it is. Peter Bradshaw, I respected you before this. It was your 5-star review that had me go, oh, okay, you're not an M. Night Shyamalan, naysayer, because there are loads of them. Even Empire gave this movie 3 stars, and at that point I was like, oh, they're just going off from his history. Because you talk about this a lot, about directors' associations having an opinion about a director and going in and, building up to an nth degree.
I just want to remind everybody that it means fuck all.
I went into reading the Empire magazine review for 3 stars, and I'm like, you are just M. Night Shyamalan haters. Now I'm looking at their 3-star review going,
You
3
gave them a
stars?
bit more than you really should have done.
You gave that 3 stars? The visual effects are atrocious. The visual semblance is awful. The performances are downright ridiculous and uncomfortable. The script works purely on the basis of, we're on a beach! Oh my god, look, my son's got a big toe! Oh my god! Oh my god, look, he's got one facial hair!
Anyway, so, yeah, I think, for me, watching this, it's very much, when you're watching a film, you need something more to understand what's going on. And they kind of half did this and half didn't. So,
Totally.
at the beginning, you've got the lady who has epilepsy. And there's also the giving them of the cocktails based on their information. And there is not enough. There is not enough to go on to try and understand why they're there, what's going on. And the thing is that is just thrown in, and I mean thrown at the end. Whereas if they had tried to give a bit more, elaborate a little bit more.
Sprinkled it throughout the runtime rather than at the end do the Greek or chorus thing of, this is how it is!
In the beginning, these cocktails, why are they giving them cocktails? Why do they look funny? Then there needs to be something more throughout, especially at the beginning, to understand why they're here. Yes, okay, there's an element of like, yeah, we're here because it's a holiday, but it's a bit more than a holiday. And then there's, oh, we're going to get divorced, and then it's, oh, actually, I'm sick, and then it's everything is.
And
just,
I have a partner on the side.
Everything is just thrown in randomly for absolutely no reason, and then
In lieu of actual character development.
shush.
Shut up! My turn! The film is bad. Just bad. The whole, what you're saying, intertextuality of introducing these notions of tailoring cocktails to people's specific needs and then putting them in a time loop to age them to see.
I think it's such an interesting concept. Sorry, it's all come back now.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an interesting concept. I think it's a fucking fantastic concept. The thought of, we are giving this cocktail because it is medicine at the beginning for something that is wrong with them, and then we're going to super age them to see if it works, to
In
see
the
how
long
long it
form,
works
yeah.
for. I think that idea is brilliant.
It's a great concept, just
Executed poorly.
or terribly. Also, M. Night Shyamalan outstays his welcome when it comes to cameos. You probably,
that was a bit much.
Did you know that?
It's only because when I looked at the synopsis, there was a picture of M. Night Shyamalan, and I'm like, oh, I saw him.
Yeah, and he's not the greatest of actors.
No.
And he outstays his welcome.
Yeah.
But then again, it reminds you as an audience member, it's you who's fucking this film up. A hasty, poorly orchestrated, put together thing. I liked that sequence where the woman was smashing her things, and because they're aging progressively. Also, before we go on, Tomanzin Mackenzie, who's meant to be an 11-year-old in a 20-year-old's body, she is talking as if she is stilted and as if she has a mental disability. Really?
That is, I promise you, that's her voice.
I apologise to Manson. You're a very beautiful young girl, but you don't get it, Mum. It was infuriating.
No, it's just her voice.
A waste of great performance. Also, something that made me very uncomfortable, the aging disparities. This young girl was mentally progressing, the youngest of them, and within about 5 minutes of the film, this 5-year-old we see is fully grown and pregnant, having just experienced sex. It didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me at all.
I think it didn't sit well with you because it's wrong, not because it was disparate. Because when you look at the way people were aging, I think she was just the best actress, to be honest. And I think this is the problem, is because everybody else was
doing
bad,
their own fucking thing.
That's why it looks disparate. And I think the reason why it looks so disparate with her being pregnant is because it feels wrong. Because everybody else sounds like they're still a child in an adult's body, and she seems to be developing quicker, which is not the case. She's just the best actress, in my opinion. She's just the best actress out of them all. I mean, none of them are great, but she's the best out of them all.
The only characters that I was genuinely interested in was the insecure, potentially dementia affected doctor. That was the only character and arc that I thought that's interesting.
So the thing is, ordinarily he's not a terrible actor.
No, and the insecurities behind having a younger girlfriend.
Yeah. But I think the thing is with this young girl, it felt so wrong because of the fact that everybody else seemed to be aging with their maturity staying the same, but their body being different. But she wasn't, and I think that's why it felt so wrong.
But there is a disparity there, because why is she aging intellectually whilst everyone else is stunted?
I don't think they were. I think that was their acting.
Do you think that M. Night is like, take these characters, which aren't really characters, and do what you want with it, approach it the way you want?
Yeah. I think that's why it feels so disparate. I think that's why it feels so wrong. And I think I think it's our inherent thing if you've just made a 5-year-old pregnant. Yeah. But I think the thing is that's not how it is. It's just that everybody else seems stunted. First of all, that one person seems stunted because her voice is permanently like that. That's what she sounds like. So unfortunately, that's the disparity.
Also, Alex Wolff, of whom has been in a few films we like, as Nate Wolff. The one with the distinguished mole, of which every iteration they literally have got that acting. They're like, we need to put this mole there, like they do with Robert De Niro. If you're playing a younger version, this really stupid, over the top mole. I feel sorry because in the makeup, everyone's like, "Oh, look at this ugly mole," and Alex Wolff is like, "I actually have to live with that, bro." They're not twins. They're age different by 3 years. But Nate Wolff and Alex Wolff, like they're so similar in size and structure. One was in The Fault in Our Stars. Another was in another similar film. His acting was atrocious because he was doing the same thing as Tamanzin Mackenzie, where he was being childish. The adult versions of the children worked for me. Yeah. That's where the only time the film worked for me was that ending where they go through a coral reef of which cuts you off from this time loop, or this time loop where you're just integrating age-wise. Other than that, it's not a recommendable film. Also, the tumour sequence, I was close to pissing myself with laughter.
The what?
Tumour.
Tumour? Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't very good.
It may be hokum, Peter Bradshaw, but hokum doesn't warrant a movie to be let off lightly. You let this film off lightly. You passing it off as hokum doesn't excuse it's a badly edited, visualised, envisioned film. Old gets 0 stars. It's a turkey.
I'm going to give it 1.
I was close to.
I'm going to give it 1 because I like the idea.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can give it to them. I like the idea.
Well, there you have it. That is a review of Old. Remember to subscribe. And remember to join us for our other videocast reviews. Bye.